Good morning everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the budget force build, so I will limit myself to 2 million Meseta and I will start from scratch from absolutely nothing and we will be gearing up a force. But before we jump into the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, so the very first thing I want to show off here is I've limited myself to 2 million Meseta exactly, and this is all the money I have in order to get all of the capsules, as well as my weapon and armor and everything involved in order to fully gear out my character. So the very first step is we are going straight to the event shop, because the event shop has a rod, which we're going to pick up right here at Satir. We're going to talk to her, and right here there is the Lumiere rod, which we will pick up for 10,000 seasonal points, and boom. So the first thing I'm going to use my 2 million for is I'm going to buy new armor. So we're going to go to the armor tab over here, and right here this is the one that gives us 2% tech, so we will be buying this armor, 3 pieces of it. So we don't want any fixes, no nothing, so you can see it's 30,000 each, and we're going to buy 3 pieces. And now we have our base armors as well as base weapon. So next up is of course enhancing all of them. Now with the weapons, you can actually cheat a little bit and save yourself a little bit of money if you don't have the golden prim swords by using your extra seasonal points to exchange for these extra Lumiere weapons at plus 25 and using them as fodder in order to enhance your actual weapon. It actually gives you significantly more EXP than using a plus 20 golden prim sword. As I'm going to show you here, we go to item enhancement, we're going to use the Lumiere rod, and when I go to storage, so first of all I'm going to show you with a golden prim sword. So with the golden prim sword, you can see over here it's plus 4,550 EXP. However, what I'm going to show you now is with the Lumiere sword plus 25, it actually gives you 9,700 EXP instead of 4,550. So it's actually better to pick up any random weapons that you don't want from the event shop and using them as fodder to get your main weapon to plus 40 or even plus 50, simply because, well, it gives you a lot of EXP and it actually saves you more Meseta. So you can see by feeding the golden prim sword as well as the Lumiere sword, it gets my weapon to plus 35. So I don't want to do that because I'm going to waste a little bit more seasonal points to get another Lumiere weapon, which I won't be using. So another weapon that I won't use is the wired lance. I don't think I'll ever use the Lumiere wired lance, so we're going to pick that up and boom. So again, we're going to go item enhancement, we're going to feed our Lumiere rod, we're going to throw the wired lance in, and we're also going to throw in the Lumiere sword, and boom. So this will level up my weapon from 25 to 38, but it's okay because we can put in an enhancement, because remember we have the 50% boost happening right now. So I could put a 10% or a 30% or whatever. I'm just going to use a 10%, 60% chance. I'll take my chances for a great success, and unfortunately that did not happen. So we're going to have to use a regular golden prim sword most likely, or maybe even a silver. Yeah, silver is enough. We can just use a silver prim sword and boom. Of course it's a great success when I don't need it. So now we have our Lumiere rod at plus 40. So the next thing we want to enhance are going to be our armors. We're going to try to get them all to plus 40 as well. So you can see here I've got a whole bunch of silver prim armors. However, you can also use gold prim armors. Now in order to get these, you just simply run your yellow triggers and you're going to get a bunch of these. Now you could buy this on the market, of course. I personally don't really recommend buying on the market because, well, you get these yellow triggers pretty easily, especially since there is the premium PSO2 day coming up that like automatically gives you like 8 or 10 triggers for free just by doing the limited time quests. So again, I'm just going to use a 10% booster to try to get that great success. And there we go, great success. It's at plus 32 now. And let us upgrade a little bit more. We can get this to plus 38. Let's see if we can boost this up to plus 40. Boom. Yep, great. We are plus 40 on one armor. Let's do the next armor now with the golden prim armors. Ooh, we're gonna run out of fodder, unfortunately. Let us try to get a great success. Let's use we'll use a 30%, 80% chance for great success, and boom, 0 to 40. Great. Now we need one more armor. Unfortunately, I don't have any fodder, so I probably am just gonna buy the golden prim armors just for the sake of efficiency, but I don't want this video to be too long. But you can see the gold armor costs 29,000, while if you bought the yellow triggers, it's only 2,000 each. So what you could do is just buy 5 of these triggers. That's 10,000 Meseta, and with 10,000 Meseta you could just run the yellow triggers a couple times and you will get a bunch of golden prim armors. Okay, but for the sake of the video, I am just gonna buy 5 of these golden prim armors. Again, this is not very efficient. I do not recommend doing this because you are wasting 145,000 Meseta. So Necrosa over here, congratulations. Yes, I do know that I want it, so there you go. You could take my money. And we're going to upgrade our last armor piece right here. We're going to go item enhancement. Where is the armor? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are also going to put 30% again to boost that up to 80%. Please be great success. And oh my god, you're kidding me. No. That hurts. Now, unfortunately, the 80% was not a great success, so I need to buy even more armors and waste even more of my budget, which really sucks. So yeah, again, I don't recommend doing this. Jesus Christ, this hurts so bad. We're gonna buy 3. Yeah, we're gonna buy 3 of these. Again, you take my money, same person, and here we go again. All right, item enhancement. We're gonna throw in this armor again. 1, 2, 3, and you know, whatever, 30% again. Please be a great success. Boom, done. All right, great. So now all of our armors are at plus 40 and our weapon is also plus 40. The next thing we need to do is, of course, our potential. So we need to unlock our potential on our Lumiere rod. Let us just take a quick look at our money. You can see I am at 1.5 million. So I did spend like 400,000 Meseta there already, unfortunately. But next thing, this is the expensive part most likely, and that is going to be unlocking the potential. So the Lumiere rod over here, you can see the first one right here will cost me 15,000, so that's not too bad. So we're going to do that. Now, of course, it will also cost you a bunch of materials, as you can see down here, photon chunks as well as duomites, but I have a lot. But if you don't, you know, just use the mineral gathering path and you'll get a ton. All right, so I'm going to unlock it all the way to level 4 simply because I can. However, if you can't afford to get it to level 4, don't worry, just get it to level 3 and you'll be fine. The difference between level 3 and level 4 is literally 1%. It's not that big of a deal, but it will cost you an extra 60,000 Meseta as well as 5 NEX cubes. So if you're not swimming in NEX cubes, then just stick with potential level 3. But in my case, I'm going to go level 4 because, well, I've got 118 of these NEX cubes, so I don't know what else to use them for. So boom. All right, so now you can see I've got all my armors at plus 40 and my weapon at plus 40 with my potential at level 4. Now we can take a quick look at my battle power. We're at 1807. Now is the fun part, and that is, of course, adding in all of the capsules. You may have noticed here I have a bunch of capsules, and these are all the capsules that I personally recommend on my weapon as well as my armors. So first of all is, of course, Technique 3. This is very simple. It simply just gives you Technique Potency plus 2%, and it is not that expensive, 3,000 on the market right now per capsule. Now we're going to skip the Mel Tech as well as the Raw Tech for now, because we're going to come back to these. Now, as for the Soul, I prefer to use Next Soul 2 simply because it gives 5 PP, which is always great as a force, and it also gives Technique Potency plus 2%. Now, this isn't very expensive. It's 4,000, 5,000 on the market. Not crazy expensive. However, if you can afford it, Next Soul 3 is definitely a great choice as well, but it's gonna push you over the budget for sure. Another good choice is Soul 2 if you're planning to go multi-weapon. Let's say that you want to use a rod and like a range weapon, or a rod with like a melee weapon, then this might be better for you. Even though the potency is lower, it's only 1.75% instead of like 2%, but it does give you HP and PP, and this potency is all potency, so that includes melee, range, as well as technique. So you can think about using Soul 2 or even Soul 3 if you have the budget. Now the next option is Alt Secreta 2. I personally do not recommend using Alt Secreta 2. I recommend jumping straight to Alt Secreta 3. But I know many people probably can't afford Alt Secreta 3 because look, it's 100,000 per capsule. So if you want to get 10 of these capsules, that's 1,000,000 Meseta already. So it's kind of expensive to go Alt Secreta 3. So a lot of people may be thinking, yo, if I don't go Alt Secreta 3, it's fine. I'll just go Alt Secreta 2 because look, it's like 9,000 each. It's a lot cheaper. But what I want you to pay attention is the potency here. Potency is plus 1.5%. And you lose HP and you lose damage resistance. What you can do is melee tech or range tech, which actually gives you more potency. It gives you 1.75% potency. And look at the prices, it's 1,000. It's so much cheaper to go these capsules instead of the Alt Secreta capsules. Now, of course, you are giving up the floor potency, but I mean, as a budget build, it really doesn't matter that much. You're not min-maxing, you're just going for the best bang for your buck. So I would recommend going these capsules instead of Alt Secreta, unless you can afford Alt Secreta 3, then Alt Secreta 3 is going to blow these two out of the water. Now the next capsule is Gigas Technique 2. Again, you can go to 3 if you want, but 2 is a good middle ground, you know, it's not super expensive, and it gives 10 HP as well as Technique Potency plus 2%. Really good all-rounder. And of course, since we are doing this during the event, we have Light Exploit 1. This is extremely powerful, extremely good for the duration of the event. So as long as it's still the seasonal event going on, then Light Exploit is definitely up there. You should use it. However, just keep in mind that Light Exploit will be replaced the moment the Spring Fiesta seasonal event ends. This is not going to be a good capsule, but for now, it's great. All right. So now that I've covered all of my choices, let us go to add augments, and I'll show you what I'm going to do on my weapon first. So my weapon, I'm going to go Technique 3. I'm going to go Mel Tech Dual. I'm going to go Nexol 2, and I'm going to go Light Exploit. So this is what I'm going to be doing right here. I'm going to go confirm, technique, doable, soul, and then light exploit. Now this order really doesn't matter. This is just personal preference, by the way. So you can do it however the heck you want. Start a fix, and I'm just going to use a, oh, I have a 5% booster. Sure, we will use the 5% booster to bump these up to 100 and the Nexol 2 to 90%, and confirm. And success, great, our weapon is done. So next up, we're going to move to our armor. So my armor, again, I'm going to put Technique 3. I am going to put, yeah, sure, again, Meltech. We'll put Nexol once more. And then we will also put a Light Exploit one more time. Boom. And again, it's the exact same order. Bang, 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 bang. Do I have another 5%? I do. We'll put another 5% and confirm. Of course, we failed the 90%. Holy crap. All right, we're going to need to buy some Nexol 2s, I believe. Do I still have Nexol? Yeah, we're going to need to buy a couple Nexol 2s. So let us go to the market. We're going to fill up on a couple things, actually. So let us first buy Nexol 2. So Nexol 2 over here, search by price. So that'll push me up to 8. And then over here, we've got 40. So we need to buy a total of 22 in order to get a total of 30 of these capsules, since we're going to need that. So that is 88,000. Boom, done. Next up, I think I am running out of Technique 3s as well. So we're going to need to look up Technique 3. You can see at 3,000 over here. So we need to buy 8 of these to push me up to 20 so that we can do both pieces of armor. Alrighty, so with that out of the way, let us try this again. We're going to go to add augments once more. We're going to put in this armor. We're going to put in our Nexol, which we failed. So our Nexol 2, let's try this one more time. So we need to fix the order again. That's Mel Doable, Nexol, Doom. All right, cool. This time we're going to put a 10%. All right, so that'll push this up to 95%. Please don't fail me. And good, success. All right. Next up, we have the next piece of armor. I think I'm going to do the same thing again. Like, instead of Mel Tech, we'll do the range tech, because again, we're just doing this for the tech potency. We don't care about anything else. Then I will put the Nexol again, and then we will put Light Exploit. All right. So technique, blah, blah, blah. All right. This time we'll use a 10% booster, and boom. Please don't fail me. Thank goodness. And the last armor, again, we're going to do the exact same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Nexol and Light Exploit. So boom, 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 boom. All right. And complete. And boom, that is my budget force build complete. I've got Technique 3, Mel Tech or Range Tech, I've got Nexol 2 as well as Light Exploit. So when we go to the second page over here, you can see it's plus 5.8% tech. However, again, this does not include the 2.5% over here. So technically this is actually 8.3% simply because Light Exploit's 2.5% is not calculated in here. So there's that. And then you can see all of my armors over here. It's 7.9 simply because the armor itself actually gives me 2% tech potency, which is really nice. And it gives me a good amount of PP. Bang, bang, bang. All three have the exact same stats. Other than, you know, this one has melee potency, while this one has range potency, but that doesn't matter because we only cared about the tech potency, right? And my battle power is 1911, and you can see here I spent 700,000 Meseta plus a little bit more. However, that's still way within budget, all right? So if you guys want, you can definitely copy this build. It's a very good budget build and it'll get things done. So we can look at my total character sheet over here. You can see it's 33.2% tech potency. However, this does not include all of the light exploit, so that's an additional 10%. So it's actually 43.2% tech potency, which is really, really good considering that all of your weapons and armors are actually only plus 40. So you still have an additional augment slot where you can put Alt Secreta 3 if you want, and you can get so much more damage, okay? Now, if you are watching this video in the future where the seasonal event has already ended, do not go Light Exploit 1. So the only reason why Light Exploit 1 is so powerful right now is because all of the monsters are weak to the light element due to the seasonal event. However, when the seasonal event goes away, the monsters are going to revert back to their regular elemental weaknesses, which means there's only going to be like 3 monsters weak to light, which makes this capsule not very powerful because you're never going to get this extra 2.5% potency. So if you're watching this video in the future, I would recommend switching out Light Exploit for Gigas Technique 2 or Alt Secreta 3. And to be perfectly honest, you're probably going to take both when you finally get enough arms refiners to upgrade your weapon and armor to plus 50 because you get the extra augment slot. So you would replace your Light Exploit with Gigas Technique 2 and add in Alt Secreta 3. However, remember, Alt Secreta 3 is a little bit on the pricey side. It is like 1 million Meseta for 10 of those capsules. So just keep that in mind. So now you guys are probably wondering my damage, and so let us just roll some B-roll. Well, I mean, I'm technically doing it right now, but we will roll the B-roll, so enjoy. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that concludes my budget force gear. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the rest.